Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Beyond Reality. I'm Solreta and welcome to your weekly forecast. I've really been enjoying reading the comments that you guys leave, and thank you so much for sharing the love over on my YouTube channel as well. Please use the little ticker below using the code BeyondMystic to receive 10% off bookings with me over at solreta.com. And speaking of my YouTube channel, there is this show that I've just putting up recently. So if you jump on over there, you'll be able to check out the new moon in Pisces, planting the seeds for the future, where we go into not only a little bit on the astrology side of things, but a little bit more into cards and kind of like what's coming through like from the mystic realms. So a little bit similar to what we do over here as well. So thank you for those that have already liked, shared, and subscribed to my YouTube. I encourage you guys to jump on over to Beyond Mystic as well and share some love over there. So please like, share, subscribe, and check out all of the amazing guests that he has on, the Divine Feminine Oracles. And we also have Janine and some of the other regular guests that are on. And also just my thoughts and prayers go out to Penny Kelly, and just hoping that she's on the mend and healing well. Okay, so let's get into today's reading. So we're going to have a look into more of like the mystic side of the energies that will be coming through this week. So we do have Pisces new moon on February the 20th. So this will influence like our intuition. It will also help us to kind of like attune into things with relationships. It really is going to be cycles of endings and beginnings. It's a little bit on boundary settings, but it's also more to do with making sure that you get things done, that you're following through. So what you're setting up now is really important to set the tone for the next couple of months. So just remember that with maybe journaling, different things. So the first card that I've picked tonight, I was drawn to the Spirit Animal Guide deck. So with this one, it's such a beautiful bunch of cards. The artwork is just gorgeous. So yeah, the Spirit Animal Oracle, and the first card that we have for the week. So I just want to remind you that it's really important just to sort of sit, see how things feel to you, give or take like what you feel resonance to, because this is what we're learning at the moment with this shift in frequency and vibration. It really is tuning into your nervous system, which I love to pop a hand on the heart, one on the belly, feel that regulated nervous system, and you can set the tone. You can actually program it too. So you don't have to just tune into the anxiousness and energies that are all around. So with this one, it's really important because this is kind of, it is about like really kind of tuning within. Not when we hear the story of the ugly duckling, for example, which, swan spirit is a big part of that story. It's not having to kind of like look like everyone else, act like everyone else. It actually is about embracing who you are on a deep, deep level. Now, swans are also kind of connected to the spiritual realms. So when I look in my favorite tarot deck, for example, Princess of Cups has a swan on her crown chakra. So this is kind of that unfolding, and I can hear cockatoos in the background, white birds that are echoing the message of swan spirit. So yeah, time for a deep dive. Now this is a really deep dive, and I just saw 333. So this is a message for those that really need to dive deep to connect to who you are on the core of your soul essence, and moving forward with this. So what we'll do is we've actually got a couple of other card decks to go through. I also just wanted to share with you guys before we move on, just a reminder that Janine also has level 3. So there's a 10% discount code. So using Tarot 3 as the promo, I think you guys have got until the 16th of March to sign up to that. And I know she's also just dropped a relationship spread. So go on over and have a look and check that one out as well. And there will be a live Q&A with Janine on the 16th of March. So that's something to look forward to coming up. So let's get back to the cards and have a look at the week ahead, which I would say this is my favorite part of the reading, is this bigger chunk in the middle. What we're going to do beforehand is I just want you guys to just start settling in as we start to get attuned as a soul group, because I know a lot of you from personal readings and just from JC's community over on Beyond Mystic as well. So yeah, let's just start to tune into the frequency of our own natural nervous system and our heartbeat, and just let anything that's not of us or is not kind of like resonating or gelling, just letting that drop away. So I want you guys just to begin to perceive a beautiful column of golden light and just seeing it as like little sparkles, little essence, just kind of dropping into all of the chakras and that pranic tube of energy. You guys might even feel guided just to do a little bit of a meridian run, sweeping up and down, removing anything that no longer needs to be there. And I want you also to just start perceiving this beautiful essence of the most divine pink. So when we bring these two colors together, we're actually tuning into Christos or Christ consciousness, Mary Magdalene energy. So just tapping into that source of unconditional love, feeling it really nurture and warm you up, and feels so yummy. We're going to start picking some cards. Okay. So for those of you that watch me regularly, and thank you for that as well, you'll see that when I pick cards, I really love to tune in more to where spirit is guiding me to pick in the deck. So I'll show you, I read with psychometry as well, as a lot of you know. So spirit is giving us 4 cards into the week ahead, and I'm just going to show you guys. So I have them down here on my little desk, and what we'll do is just using psychometry, just tune into the frequency and the energy of the deck. So I'm actually getting that swan spirit come up again. The interesting thing is I'm seeing the swan, and I'm actually seeing her in feminine form, feminine essence, just gliding on this beautiful, calm, still lake. And I just feel like her heart is so attuned to this lake. But then I'm seeing other swans in the background and other birds kind of like ruffling the water or disturbing the balance of the water. But she is so entrained with where she's going and so in tune with her frequency, her vibration. It's as though there's no one else around. So I do feel that's a message, just to really keep intensely focused on your own mission, your own goals. There's a couple of messages for some energy healers out there this week, that there's going to be some tools getting upgraded. So I just felt this little, almost like a burst of Kundalini energy within the palm of my hand, especially right. So this is about going forward, receiving new gifts as well. So I'll just see if there's anything else they want to show me before we flip this over. The other thing that I keep seeing is a crown. And I keep seeing a crown on the swan too. So there could be a higher activating of psychic senses. This is also about treating yourself like a king or a queen. So we'll flip the cards and see what the message is. Okay, beautiful message. So we have, to the point that we've got to now, to this crossroad, it has been a really long journey for a lot of us. We've got Knight of Discs. So, there is something solid coming forward. You guys have prepared, you have done the work, you have planted the seeds, and there's a real purity to a lot of you out there as well. There's a real kind of like virginal Virgo quality. This is a lot to do with also getting organized this week, and the sun's essence of this card will also help align you with what feels right on a soul level. So it might be abundantly clear like what tasks to focus on, what to really kind of like focus your attention. So funny. Spirit always gives me this word, atenergy. So with atenergy, it's a combination of intention and energy. So when Spirit says atenergy, you kind of look at it from that point of feeling your energy, kind of building it up, and then focusing your attention. So you can do this by holding 2 fingers to the third eye, going within, visualizing, and then feeling that energy being sent out. Or you can even use it in sort of like manifestation. So there's a couple of little tips and tools and things that will be in the upcoming course that's still getting built at the moment. But with this, you can visualize almost an etheric form of yourself, see yourself doing all of those tasks, all of those roles, achieving that success that you wish to see. And it's so interesting. I feel that Spirit just keeps getting me to guide into closing eyes. So really this week is so super strong to go within. The other thing that we also see coming up, oh, and I should say the 8 of Discs is kind of like where, we've put the hard work in and things are finally starting to pay off and starting to land. Things are coming into fruition, but I still feel for some of us, it's kind of, unless we kind of take it by the reins, it will still kind of sit in the peripheral. So 4 Four of Swords. So with this one, it's the card of truth, it's the card of Libra, it's the card of Jupiter. So really expanding that Venus energy. And Four of Swords is also kind of like a card of stasis. It's a card of hypnotherapy, meditation, of coming into deep, deep rest. So sometimes it will actually ask us to take a pause, to really kind of like reflect on a deeper level. What is important to us? What are our values? What direction do we wish to take going forth? So we can see it as a little bit of a crossroad. To me, I also really feel this to do with heart chakra, and we can see the golden frequency around as well. So this is really what we were saying before about like the nervous system right at the start and kind of getting attuned and feeling the higher love frequency come in. This is really kind of like taking that on board and feeling everything that resonates and vibrates with that. And don't be afraid to speak up if things aren't vibrating with that too. We've got the Nine of Wands. So this is a little bit sometimes of a wounded warrior type energy. It's Sagittarius and the Sun. So for me, one of the core meanings, like with Sagittarius, that I love to think if I kind of want to quantum jump or fast forward something, I look at it in, instead of being distracted by all of these arrows going out everywhere, really like looking to sort of surrender that bow and arrow. And instead of putting my attention or energy outside of myself, it really is to kind of like channel and bring it down really like clear and really anchored. So we can sort of see that essence as well. There is a moon eclipse in the bottom of the card too. So it could also signify that when you hold your ground or when you step forward onto your path, there will be a catalyst for change. So we'll just get some quick clarification cards and even just shuffling then. I saw Four of Swords again. So super important at the moment, especially with the craziness and some of the fear going on in collective consciousness. Come back to self. That's the biggest message that I feel. Come back to self. Don't try and sort of fit within other people's reality and conform. Really like embody this gorgeous swan spirit that we had before, and just even picking up on the energy from this. So what we'll do is just get a couple of clarification cards. And it's interesting, what I actually felt then, just touching the cards, was like a wavering of energy, that a lot of you guys could be working on confidence right now as well, because like there is doors and goals and pathways on open to you, but you need to take that next step. So don't be afraid. They're showing me like a blindfold as well. So blindfold so that you're not sort of seeing exactly like what you're stepping to, but really feel your alignment with it is what they're showing. That the intention and the energy is more important to focus on than the external is the message. So we'll flip over these cards, and it's interesting, we just had a similar message come up. So Page of Cups. So Page of Cups sometimes can also represent not just like a new offer or, you know, a message of love and things starting to come in. This can even be a reminder like for upping your level of self-care. So we see the Chariot, which is that energy of moving forward. And if we look to Cups being more the emotional side of things as well, it is, you know, emotionally feel in order to activate that moving forward. What we're up against is, which is so funny, I just heard Spirit say, instead of like the card of the devil, I heard instead of Antichrist, it was like the, oh, I just lost it. It's just, it might come back to me. But, oh, the anti-confidence was a word that I heard Spirit say. So anything anti-confidence at the moment is just the devil playing games. So block out anything that is of a negative or lower mindset, any person that is also planting self-doubt or, you know, sort of, you know, when they say things, it might be that they have a limitation around certain things as well. So Six of Wands, victory going forth. So as long as we're sort of staying within that self-love, that nurturing, moving forward, really working on our confidence, we're planting the seeds, we're on that divine flow state journey, and we will pick another lot of cards just in a moment. I'm just popping these ones away. And I also just wanted to share that we have Beyond Ravens, Quick Draw Tuesdays is coming up. So with this one, so we're also got, yeah, with that one, that's going to be on Rumble at 2 p.m. later today, we also have the Divine Feminine Oracles. So all of these gorgeous girls are on YouTube as well, and Janine's on both. But the other episode will be on Rumble. And I also just wanted to share another card in a second. And just also a little reminder to book sessions only on my website, solreta.com. Use the ticketing code BeyondMystic, the 10% off. And please like, share, and subscribe over at Beyond Mystic and also over at my channel. I really appreciate that. So the final card that we have for tonight, or for today, is Internal Explorer. Now, I'm just going to pop this back on big screen so you guys can see it a little bit better. So with Internal Explorer, this is actually a very similar energy to getting into the Swan essence. So this is about connecting to your deeper flow state. So it is about kind of surrendering into your own frequency, your own energy. Really surround yourself at the moment with everything that builds you up, everything that's going to help you come into alignment with that future version of self. Because remember, what we're planting now, the seeds, will be coming into fruition over the next few months. So thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you guys again next week. Sending you lots of love, and please share some love on social media as well. Thank you.